All right, we got some economic data just crossing the tape. Rick Santelli has that for us. Rick.
Yes, leading economic indicators for the month of February expected down a couple of tenths of a percent, coming down 0.3%. That would have been back-to-back -0.3, but we had a bit of a revision. -0.3 for January moves up to -0.2. -0.3 equals where we were in October of last year. To find a bigger negative month-over-month change, you're going to September of last year. Here's an interesting factoid. If you look at November, December of last year, those were back-to-back positive numbers in a sea of negative. And it was the first time since December and November of 21 that we had back-to-back positives. Leading economic indicators have been really negative for years. Now, we also have existing home sales. And for that, we're going to head east to Diana Olick. Diana?
Well, Rick, existing home sales in February rose 4.2% month to month to a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 4.26 million units. That's a beat. The Street was looking for a 3% decline. Sales were still 1.2% lower than February of last year. Now, this count is based on closings, so it's contracts signed in late December and January. That was actually when mortgage rates were rising and went into the 7% range. Inventory, though, at the end of February was 1.24 million units, up 17% year over year. Still, though, just a 3.5-month supply. 6 months is considered balance between buyer and seller. That tight supply is pressuring prices. The median price of a home sold in February, $398,400. That's up 3.8% year over year. And it is another record high price for the month of February. All 4 regions of the country saw price increases. First-time buyers edged back into the market, 31% of sales, up from 26% last February. Investors, though, are pulling back, just 16% of sales, down from 21% a year ago. Now, again, these sales are not indicative of what's happening now. I do have a separate survey from John Burns Real Estate, which asked agents in February about traffic, and more than half said the spring market is weaker than normal. This resale index dropped for the first time in 4 months. And Sarah, I'll tell you, even Lawrence Yun, the chief economist for the realtors, kept saying over and over again how surprised he was by this February gain. He noted that January's pending sales, which are signed contracts, was the lowest on record.
So that would be surprising. All right, Diana, thank you very much.